Hey guys, what's going on? James here. In this video today, we are talking about yet another pass rusher that has been in trade rumors recently and whether or not the Tampa Bay Buccaneers will or won't be interested. And it's Haason Reddick. Coming out of the New York Jets, he has officially requested a trade from the Jets. The Jets literally just traded for him this offseason. They gave up a third rounder to acquire these services of Haason Reddick, and he's requested a trade. Are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to be interested? Look, in my opinion, are they going to be interested? I think I could see them being interested. Are they going to get Haason Reddick? I don't think so. And I'm going to talk about why in this video today. But let me go ahead and start off by saying this. Haason Reddick is a very, very good player. Whenever you look at his overall career, he spent 4 years in Arizona. Whenever Bruce Arians was the head coach there, by the way. Todd Bowles was not the defensive coordinator, but Larry Foote was there, by the way. Notable name. He is with the Bucs currently. He coached Haason Reddick a lot there in Arizona for a few years there. A couple of years of his NFL career. You had Bruce Arians there. You had Harold Goodwin's not a part of the Bucs anymore, but you had Larry Foote there as well. And there's just a couple of connections there with Haason Reddick, right? And for the first couple of years with Reddick, it was a bit of a slow go. That is 100% fair to say. He really broke out. I mean, you take a look. He had 7.5 sacks in his first 3 years. Then in 2020, his last year of his deal, he did fantastic. He blew up, right? 12.5 sacks in his final year, signed a big deal with Carolina, had 11 sacks in 2021. Then he got even better in Philadelphia, 16 sacks in 2022, 5 forced fumbles. He was an All-Pro, 4th in voting for Defensive Player of the Year that year, a second-team All-Pro, and made a Pro Bowl as well. Then last year with Philadelphia, had 11 sacks, made another Pro Bowl, and he's just been very, very consistent ever since. Is only 29 years old. He will be 30 here by September 22nd, so by the start of this upcoming season. And look, I think if the Jets were willing to entertain the idea of trading Haason Reddick, I 100% think the Buccaneers would be interested in that possibility. I've said it before in the previous video when I was talking about Matt Judon, but the Bucs had a very similar situation whenever they traded for Jason Pierre-Paul. They traded a third rounder and swapped fourth rounders in that 2018 NFL draft with the Giants to acquire JPP. He was 29 years old. He spent 4 years in Tampa Bay and was the dog in the pass rush room. There we go. And the Bucs need that yet again now. I've said it before and I'll say it again. I like Yaya Diaby a lot. I think he is going to be a very good player for the Bucs for many, many years to come. They are missing a leader in that room. You have Joe Tryon-Shoyinka, big question mark going forward. You have Anthony Nelson, rotational guy. You have Chris Braswell, second round pick, but he's going to need time to develop. Getting a guy like Haason Reddick would be great for this defense. He's a guy who right now can well and above be your number one pass rusher and can help Yaya Diaby develop, can maybe help JTS get some more opportunities, can help Chris Braswell develop, and overall will just boost your defense so much going forward, right? And I know I've already titled this video, No, the Bucs won't trade for Chris Braswell, so like, knowing me, they may legitimately trade for Chris Braswell. But, or not Chris Braswell, Haason Reddick, my apologies, Haason Reddick. Knowing me, they won't trade for Haason Reddick. And this video is going to be titled, No, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers won't be trading for Haason Reddick. But, you know, if he was genuinely made available, would be one heck, if he was genuinely on the table, I think the Buccaneers would and should be interested. Why do I think he's not going to be on the table? Because the Jets just traded for him, and he's already requested a trade. He already wants out of New York. And I just don't see the Jets trading a guy they just traded for. Could they do it? I mean, yeah, it's possible, right? I mean, right now Haason Reddick is holding out of camp. It seemed like whenever the Jets traded for him, they did have a mutual understanding that he was going to come in and play under his current deal, in which he's earning $15 million right now. But he wants a new contract, something changed, and he is no longer willing to play under his current deal. The Jets don't want to give him a deal right now. So then you have him requesting a trade. They're definitely playing some hardball there, right? I just don't see the Jets trading a guy they just traded for, especially when they have to win right now if you're the New York Jets. You have Aaron Rodgers for who knows how much longer, a year, 2 years, I don't know. But you want to win now. The AFC East is the AFC in general is so freaking competitive. You need a guy like Haason Reddick. I imagine the Jets are going to try and do everything in their power to get Haason Reddick out there on that football field. But talking about, let's just say hypothetically, the Bucs were able to trade for Reddick. He does want a new contract, okay? Can the Bucs afford something like that? He is currently making $15 million under his current deal. Whenever you take a look at the top linebackers that are out there right now, even like defensive linemen, Josh Allen, edge rusher, $28 million is the highest going rate right now for him. Brian Burns is right beneath that at $28 million flat. Montez Sweat, 24.5. Bradley Chubb, 22. Joey Bosa, 20.1. You have Khalil Mack at 19.2. There's a very realistic chance that you would have to pay Haason Reddick like maybe $26 million, 26 to 20 to 26, let's say. I think that that's a fair range, $20 to $26 million. Right now, as it stands, the Bucs have, in this current moment, according to overthecap.com, $22 million in cap space. It's per overthecap.com. They restructured the Tristan Wirfs deal. His cap hit is only $6.6 million right now. You could hypothetically make this type of deal work. You could. And the Bucs and Jets have made some trades in the past, but it's not a very rich history there. I believe the last trade these two teams made was for like Steve McClendon or something not too long ago. But I just don't think the Jets are going to trade him right now. I don't. If that continues and things continue to get uglier, maybe I'll make a follow-up video about this. But, and it does come out that the Jets are genuinely like, okay, fine, we'll trade Haason Reddick. Maybe I will, but right now, all accounts say, and even the Jets themselves said, we're not trading Haason Reddick. So, unless, but again, similarly, the San Francisco 49ers said that with Brandon Ayuk, and apparently there's a deal on the table for that with the Pittsburgh Steelers as of the recording of this video on August 14th. I don't know if he's been traded yet whenever this video goes up. Maybe he has been, but like, teams will say, we're not going to trade this guy, and then they eventually trade this guy. So, like, it's still possible, but the biggest thing is, like, it's not like Haason Reddick's been there for a couple of years. He just got there. So that, to me, is, I don't think they're going to trade this guy. But I don't know if the Bucs would be willing to afford. What would you trade? It'd have to cost, you might be looking at a similar deal to what the Bucs did whenever they got Jason Pierre-Paul, giving up a third rounder and swapping fourth rounders. Would you guys be willing to pay that for Haason Reddick? I don't know. I don't know. It's an interesting question. I would honestly just say, hey, let's ball. Why not, right? Just let it ride. The guy's literally had double-digit sacks every single year for the past 4 years of his career, multiple-time Pro Bowler and All-Pro. He's good. He's good, right? I think the biggest hurdle here is it takes two to tango, and I just don't think the Jets are willing to trade this guy right now that they just acquired, and they are definitely in a win-now mode. But paying a big salary, they have the cap space right now to do something like that. If you give him like a 3-year deal, 4-year deal, something like that, I don't think that's the craziest thing in the world. I just don't think it's very likely right now because, again, I've said it before in this video, I'll say it multiple times, the Jets just traded for him, I think the Jets are going to try and get a deal done, but maybe we'll make a follow-up about this. Let's see. But what do you guys think? Do you think the Jets will ultimately try and move Haason Reddick or begrudgingly move Haason Reddick? Do you think the Bucs are going to be one of those teams that may try and go out and get him? If so, would you be fine paying like a third rounder? Not just that, but also paying Haason Reddick somewhere in the range of $20 to $26 million. Is that something you guys would be interested in? Let me know. I personally feel like, and I mentioned this in my last video, a guy like Matt Judon would be much more realistic for the Bucs. for like a couple years, for like, 2 years, maybe 3 max. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear it. Reddick is still in his prime. He has a bit of a history of some of the Bucs coaches here. Maybe it's something they consider. But also, the Jets would have to consider that as well, which right now, I don't really see happening. But anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts and opinions. I'd love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Hope y'all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, by the way. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. And as always, guys, I'll see you all in the next video or the next live stream. But until then, and as always, guys, goodbye for now, and go Bucs.